What's up, internet world?
Bonjour.
Ça va?
Very, very well.
All right.
All right, welcome to Shootin' the Shit, the show about two dudes in a shed. Shooting the shit, talking about everything from life, music, conspiracy theories, politics.
To whatever we feel like.
And the gist of it is, he doesn't know what I'm going to ask him. I don't even know what I'm going to ask him. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it.
Let's go.
Today's sponsors, mothers. Right? You made us. All of us.
We came from the womb.
It's been a crazy week. There's been a lot of talk. Roe v. Wade. A lot of anger. But let's love our mothers and love ourselves and all that good stuff.
Love you, Mom.
Love you, my mother.
And both our moms are named Carol.
Which is kind of funny.
Which is pretty funny.
Carole.
Puis Carol.
Carole puis Carole s'en vont en bateau.
They're right here. We'll have their pictures right here.
Not my Carole, because
what?
She doesn't do that.
I'll put a square on her eyes. You
do
won't
a
know
pixelated face.
Yeah, I'll put a pixelated face there.
All right, first topic of the day.
Let's go.
The show goes like this. We talk about it. You guys comment. You tell us what you like, what you hate. And we keep it at it because it's fun. Did you hear what happened last week? Could be 2 weeks from now by the time this comes out. Dave Chappelle got attacked on stage while doing comedy.
Oh, man, he got tackled hard. Yeah.
He got tackled hard. You see how he handled the situation?
Oh, yeah, he almost flipped him. He almost had him there.
And then he joked about it.
Yeah. Chris Rock was like, "Was that Will Smith?"
Yeah. That's crazy. So what I want to talk about is everybody trying to put 10 pounds of emotion in a 5-pound bag? Like, what could make a person so angry that you would attack somebody telling jokes?
I think he had a previous dialogue with Dave Chappelle, or previous relationship with Dave Chappelle is what I've heard. Like
the person
that
attacked
or
him,
whatever, like that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, but as for, I don't know, people are crazy, man. You touch someone the wrong way, they'll explode. I don't know. It's weird.
But shouldn't you be able to control your explosions?
Well, yeah, but you're at a comedy show. You should expect there to be lines crossed for sure. Like,
yeah. But I mean, has anybody ever triggered you in such a manner that you had to physically attack them?
Not really.
No.
I always keep my cool. I don't know. I have thick skin, so nothing really offends me to that extent. You know, like, we all say dirty jokes and push the lines once in a while, but
because I know when I was a kid, like before my brain fully matured, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, when it finally finished maturing, because for boys we're kind of retarded till we're about 36 and a half.
I'm still a little retarded.
Yeah, I would snap and fight, but once you're an adult and you don't live at your parents' house anymore, and you can tie your own shoes, get a job, you should be able to get confronted a little bit without getting emotionally stirred up. Is that too much to ask?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, there should be some room for dialogue for sure, and talk out your problems and be the bigger man, right?
Yeah. Can you disagree without raising the intensity?
I think so.
Yeah.
I can, personally, on a personal level. For sure.
That's weird. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's 10 pounds of emotions in a 5-pound bags. I don't think people are dealing with their feelings. Or they got too many of them. Maybe they're shopping around online, getting extra feelings on Amazon, and just...
Or too much to prove, right? I mean, the whole Will Smith thing too, right? Like, he was laughing about that joke until he turned to see his wife, and then it was like, oh shit.
I heard they're getting divorced now.
Well, it's all downhill for Will Smith. He really went from hero to zero real quick. Like, Will Smith was like one of my favorite actors, and I watch everything he's in because you can guarantee it's fucking good. But it's a shame that he had to lose his cool, right?
It's sad, but I feel like that's manipulation, It was well known that, she was banging the pool boy or whatever, and I think he felt humiliated. And
she was banging the pool boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you said he was banging the pool boy.
Oh, well, he could have been too. I mean, I don't know.
I know Hollywood's a weird place.
Hollywood is weird. Things bang together. What do you guys think? What's the topic again? Dave Chappelle, emotions. Do we have too many emotions? Are we forgetting how to release that extra juju, that energy that can, go into different directions, fighting, self-abuse? I don't know. Speaking of emotion, Something that always makes me feel happy is mullets.
Mullets.
Mullets. Let's mull it over. We're going to send it over to Rob.
With Songs of Torment.
Welcome to the Song of Torment of the Week. But this week, we can't talk about a song. Only because we need permission from artists in order to seriously tell them that their song sucks. However, we're going to talk about mullets this time, and this fault goes to Billy Ray Cyrus. I can do this. Behold, the mullet! The mullet is right there, before your eyes. Everywhere you go. You don't see it very often, but there is a comeback. And I can't believe there is a comeback on the mullet. Even I, the great hot cop, had a mullet. And I am willing to grow it back if we hit 10,000 subscribers. Which will never happen. Right? Right. Prove me wrong.
Hey, S.A. Hot Cop, what do you think of my mullet?
Luchador, that's not a mullet. That's not a real mullet. In the southern states, they even call it the Kentucky waterfall. Can you believe that? And if I had a Camaro, I'd totally have a Camaro cut. Beaver paddle? Yeah, why the hell not? But for us Canadians, it's very important to have a neck warmer. Mullet style. So once again, 5,000 subscribers, I will grow an ultimate mullet that will beat Billy Ray Cyrus's mullet. It will be wise. This is Rob from 25 Cigarettes, signing out.
And we're back.
And we're back. Thanks for that, Rob.
Hilarious. I love Officer Rob.
Officer Rob arresting the subject.
I think that's the best thing since bass players in general is Officer Rob.
That's true. That's true.
Next shirt we do should be Officer Rob.
Yep.
Fire, fire, fire.
Fire, fire.
It crosses the line. He's like a Cornolio and
A Beavis meets, I don't know, Reno 911.
yeah, it's beautiful. All right, topic number 2.
Numero dos.
This is a fun one. We're going to talk about somebody we all know and a theory he's got. Are you familiar with Donald J. Trump?
The Orange Man.
The Orange Man. I don't know how orange he is because I think there's a lot of visual manipulation when it comes to the Donald.
Oh, yeah.
They try to make him look bad. I mean, he can make himself look bad too. So the Donald has a theory, and it's very unscientific, but for some reason it's one of those things that it rings true, even though it sounds kind of stupid. And it's, he believes that the heart is like a battery, and no matter what you do, you only have so many pumps. And if you use up all your pumps, you die. So if you're an athlete and you work out a lot, you might die younger because you're going to strain your heart.
You're pumping your heart too hard.
What do you think about that? Does that make sense?
I think so. I don't know. If you work a machine or a piece of equipment harder than it has to, it's going to break down sooner than it has to, right?
Is that Bro Science 5000?
That's Bro Science 5000. That's what I would think. But like, if you're pumping your heart too hard, it's making you stronger, but I'm sure it's doing some wear and tear on your body as well, right? You lift those weights over and over again, it's going to hurt you.
Right? Because I know people that work out a lot, do a lot of sports, and they're always hurt.
Well, that's half the battle of doing sports and working out is dealing with the pain, I guess, right?
It's kind of wild because it's one of those things where it sounds like Bro Science 5000, but there might be like an ounce of truth to it. You know, it's like when you put your kids to sleep and you're like, the boogeyman's going to get you. It's Bro Science. There's no boogeyman.
Bro Science 5000.
But it works, right? Your kid is like, oh, shit, there's no actual boogeyman. They don't know that. I don't know. Just a thought.
It's a thought for sure. Like, that's what I think it definitely hurts you more than it has to be, you know?
Do you know of any other situations where Bro Science 5000 can explain something which, you know, scientifically speaking, this might be provable, but to a guy that shoots from the hip like a Trump, he just goes, this just feels like a battery, you know? It just feels
Well, you got to
like
take what he says with a grain of salt too, right? I mean, like he was saying, inject bleach into your system when COVID started. Remember that?
Well, technically, he didn't say inject bleach.
Or whatever. But he had
What he
something to say
said
about
was,
it.
I hate to be the one correcting Trump, but he said they're working on something and it's like bleach. But then, you know, by the time we hear it on the news, it's
Inject bleach.
inject bleach. Or the other one with Joe Rogan there, he's taking horse paste when he got COVID. Oh, horse paste, horse paste. It's like,
That's the mass media for you. Just feeding you what they want you to believe, right?
do your research, folks. Is the heart a battery? What do you think? Work out more, work out less?
Do you work out? Do you not work out?
Is it about balance?
I believe so.
Do you work out just a little bit?
If you do a physical job, is that enough working out? Or
I
do you have to
don't-
work out on top of doing your job?
I don't know, because there's a difference. Physical work is work, but it doesn't always get your heart rate up like a nice brisk jog on a 99-degree angle, mountain sloping like a goat. You know,
Cut to the goats.
cut to the goats. So that's topic number 2. Weird stuff where Bro Science 5000 comes in, but there might be some truth to it. I don't know. I feel like there's some truth to that, but I'd have to check the Bro Science 5000 meter.
Well, you see all these athletes dropping dead lately, too, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. And I know UFC athletes that I watched, and they're like 30, 36 years old, perfect health. They'll just wake up dead one day because they're pushing.
Oh, absolutely.
So maybe the heart is a battery. So keep that battery charged, guys. Don't do too much drugs.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on trucking, baby. Topic number 3 is going to be something I wanted to talk about for a while, and that's conspiracy theories.
Let's do it. I
The
like that
most
stuff.
wild conspiracy theories out there, and I know in a freedom world that we live in, we are free to be dumb.
Free to what?
Free to be dumb.
Oh, okay.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Free to be dumb. And I've been looking at these conspiracy theories channels for a while, Conspiracies of a Third Kind, and
Theories of a Third Kind.
Theories of a Third Kind.
I love that show. Shout out to Theories of a Third Kind. Check them out on
And,
Spotify.
Sam Tripoli
I actually
show.
called their hotline the other day.
Oh, nice. What'd you say?
They were asking about it, like if you ever been abducted or any weird stuff happened to you.
Oh, yeah.
I told them a little story.
Did you?
Yeah.
Less than 1 minute, right?
Yeah.
That's
But I think
Aaron's.
it was like first thing in the morning at 5 o'clock when I was driving to work, so I don't think I elaborated it very well.
So who abducted you?
No one had abducted me, but I had a weird experience with the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis.
Do say.
So this happened in Hearst, walking to Martin LaRose's house.
Oh, damn.
You were there, Martin was there, and I was going to meet you guys, and it was around 9, 10 o'clock at night, and I'm walking down, you know that road that connects the new section to where Martin lived in the back there?
Yeah.
So I was just crossing that one little road, and I was walking.
So
and I
you're
was
on
walking.
Cloutier.
Huh?
Chemin Cloutier?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. So I'm walking, and then all of a sudden I look around, and the Northern Lights are surrounding me, like literally ground level, like completely to my right, to my left. It's green, it's wavy, I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I just talked to them about that, and I said, have you ever heard of anything like that? If you guys have ever experienced something like that, let me know, and there was no drugs involved. I was sober as
Sober.
sober. I was sober as sober. But
Sober as a priest on Sunday.
that's it. So that was my weird little experience. So I just wanted to touch base with them. Hey?
Extreme Borealis.
Extreme Borealis,
Oh,
like ground
damn.
level Northern Lights.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The one I wanted to talk to you about today was there's a group of people out there that seem to believe that birds are fake.
Yes, I've heard about this. Yeah. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Have you ever seen a baby eagle?
In documentaries and stuff.
I eat eggs every day. I mean, pretty sure that's where chickens come from, guys, right?
Yeah.
Eggs, chicken.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
The chicken or the conspiracy theory?
That's it.
How is this a sign that we're just so detached from reality. Like, if you walk in the bush long enough, you'll see some shit. Like, you might not see a baby pigeon because, they're in a tree. They tend to hide their babies. Birds live in wildlife and they're susceptible to predators. Not sexual predator, like
Yeah.
hawks and stuff like that.
Check that website.
Check that website, sexualpredator.com/where's the pigeons at.
No doubt.
So why? Why?
I think people are just too bored and they're just making stuff up at this point. Like,
But they believe it.
I don't understand who would believe that birds are fake.
I don't know. If you think the earth is flat, does that mean birds are fake? They need to make sure that everybody thinks the earth is flat, so they're flying flatly. I don't know. I heard that and I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a joke, but it was one of those conspiracy shows, and they had a guy on and he was pro birds are fake, and he's like, this is NSA, they're keeping track of you with the birds.
Jesus Christ.
Because
I've actually taken care of baby birds.
Because
before.
this doesn't do it, right?
Yeah.
Like keeping track of people, spying, GPSing.
That-
this would be too
that
easy.
gives them all the information they need.
This is not a bird, but birds are fake. Why? It makes no sense to me. I've never seen a baby bird except for baby chickens.
I've seen baby birds. I've rescued little baby birds that fell out of a nest once in Balcony.
Yeah. We have the few bird that hits the kitchen window in the summer, but they're not babies. I have seen baby little tiny blue eggs from some kind of bird that the cats, it definitely wasn't robots, birds that they're eating as far as I can tell. The cats are killing real birds. So are cats fake too? They're in cahoots with the birds? Like when a cat kills a robot bird, does it turn into flesh? I don't get it. What's the point of the birds are fake?
I don't know. Like I say, people are bored. People are just searching to stand out online. Everyone needs a gimmick. Everyone needs something to talk about. So
Just attention?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Are birds fake? I don't know. You guys, I've seen a few birds in my life. I've opened them up. I've eaten birds.
Yeah.
I kind of...
Partridges, yeah. These
I
are
can't-
no robots.
Yeah, partridges. You go in the bush with your 22, shoot a partridge, open it up. Not a robot, guys. So come up with better theories, or go to school, or stop.
Or prove us
smoking.
wrong. Show us the robot birds.
Yes. That's what we need to see.
Yeah.
Where are the robot birds?
Are we living in a simulation? What do you think? This is getting out of hand.
You know, the simulation. If we lived in a simulation, I could see robot birds being real. But
Lately, in the world, and the tension and all the weird stuff happening, I'm starting to believe we are living in a fucking simulation.
A stimulation or a simulation?
Simulation.
A simulation of what?
We're just a computer program, man. I don't know, man. It's just so weird, man. Ever since CERN went on there,
Are we?
it's a whole different topic.
I mean, we could be a computer program, but if we were, there'd be no way to know.
Exactly.
So it's one of those questions where, I don't know, is it people being bored? Because I find that to ask yourself that kind of question, you got to be pretty fucking comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I can guarantee you somebody living in wherever where they don't have fresh drinking water and they're hunting prey every day to actually put food on the table, they're not wondering about this shit.
No, absolutely not.
So is it because
you're just trying to survive day to day? You're not thinking about are the birds fake?
Yeah,
You're thinking about I need to get that fucking bird to eat.
Is it just a symptom of comfort?
I believe so. I think so for sure.
What were we talking about?
I think it's time that I go to Riff of the Week. Got chips in my teeth. Welcome to Riff of the Week, where we explore riffs from our band 25 Cigarettes. This is a nice, easy one. I do this for people who don't know how to play guitar and just want to try to, play a few little riffs, right? So this is off our record 2021. It's called Love 'Em While You Can. And you're on your F sharp major here. So we're just going to do a power chord, right? And we're going to do a little rhythm like this. But what we're going to do is we're going to lift our finger up every second strum down. So see what I mean? See what I'm doing there? See my finger? And we're going to keep our power chord on the 4. We're going to keep it like that. So you start like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can check that tab there. Give you an idea. And then we're going to add a slide to the 5 and then an open on the A. So just like that. So you put it together, you go. And you got this like blues boogie kind of going on. You can check that tab and let's rock. Bring it up to speed. And that's this week's Riff of the Week. What?
I thought you were doing a different song.
No.
What are you doing?
What? I'm just doing the rhythm for a riff.
So if you're still here today, we've talked about the Chappelle incident. We've talked about Trump. We've talked about birds being fake. And now I like to throw in every once in a while, because we are in a band, 25 Cigarettes. What? Every once in a while, I like to throw in something band related. So we're going to geek out a little bit and start talking about band stuff.
Let's go.
So this is a two-part. Do you have a dream endorsement brand? And if, let's say, I don't know, Yamaha guitar offered you an endorsement, but you don't play Yamaha, would you take it just to be endorsed?
So, first part, dream endorsement. You know, lately, before I was a big sucker for the brand names.
Apart from Simon Budd.
Well, that's where I was getting at. That's where I was getting at. I was a sucker for brands, Gibson, Fender. I own many Gibsons. I own many Fenders. I had bought a Les Paul Standard, almost $4,000.
What?
And I never played the fucking thing. Never stayed in tune, and it was almost too nice of a guitar to play.
Yeah. Is there a way to keep a Les Paul in tune for more than 17 seconds?
Well, that's the thing, right? So I played it for a while, and I was just like, it's heavy, it's chunky, it never stays in tune, and I'm like, fuck.
Like a
So
fat
I ended up
chick at
selling it.
karaoke.
It's gone. I still have other Gibsons. I have my SG. I got an Explorer. I got some random 80s one called the Victory.
Yeah.
So like I said, been down that road, and then I came here, and I picked up that Simon Budd. And to be honest, I fucking love that thing, man. That thing is like the best thing I've ever played for a long time. And it's right there. You could show it to the camera. You've seen me play it on all the videos, and it's pretty much what I'm recording the new record with. Shout out to Simon Budd in Fort Mac. He makes these. I plan to get one day
Simon Budd.
of my own. That is Fred's guitar, by the way. So if you ever wondered,
From Campbell's Music. Tangerine Dream. That was... Thank you, Scott.
So
Mike, rest
as
in
for
peace.
endorsements, I would probably go with a small independent person that's making tailored instruments towards me. I don't believe in the quality control of Gibson lately. Fender's rock solid. They always produce really good stuff. But their tone is not really what I'm looking for right now.
Yeah.
I used to play Fenders exclusively back in the day, but I've kind of evolved into the humbucker situation. If Yamaha came up to me and said, "Hey, do you want to be on our endorsement?" I'd probably say yeah, but you have to build what I want. I'm not going to play a Pacifica or something, right? I'd have to work with them.
Because they do have a lot. I don't want to pick on Yamaha. Like,
Yep.
From skidoos to pianos, they make a lot of shit.
I would be endorsed by anybody who wants to work with me, for real.
Interesting.
Like,
Yeah.
as long as they take my input into consideration, not just here, play this, and
Yeah.
we're going to slap your name on it.
So you'd want Dennis James Hetfield of the North model?
Yep.
What would you design? Dream guitar
A
in
dream
3
guitar?
steps or less.
What would it be? I don't know. It's weird. I like the Telly shape.
Yeah.
But I'm really in love with the Explorer shape too.
Yeah.
It'd be hard. It'd have to take some development for sure.
Could you marry a Telly and an Explorer?
Maybe. I like the length of an Explorer.
a teleporter.
I'm a tall guy, right? So the Explorer really, I have something to grab onto. It's long, it fits my shape well.
And if you want to see what Dennis looks like with an Explorer, check out Exahedron.
That's a flying V, but yes,
Oh,
same
sure.
thing.
Drummer comment there. Yeah, I thought about it too. I'm probably about the same way. I used to be more into brands, into the big names, but it'd be cool. Because one day, we're working for sponsors. If anybody wants to sponsor us, be a part of the 25 cigarette teams, give us drumsticks, strings. We do consume a lot of stuff making our music. We put it out there. I think the last album, I don't know, I probably spent close to $1,000 in drumsticks, skins. I know it's more expensive for drummers probably. You guys do strings?
Yep. Strings, picks.
Picks?
I make my own custom.
You go through a
picks.
lot of picks, eh?
Oh yeah.
You just shred them.
Just shred them up.
But yeah, Daddario, I'd ProMark. I'd endorse the crap out of ProMark. And lately I've been into ties. Again, not a brand name like DW or Pearl or Tama. Just fell in love with a tie kit.
Mm-hmm. It's all what works,
Yeah.
If it plays well and it stays in tune, and you're comfortable playing it and inspires you, what else you need?
Do you think it's a little racist that people will shun brands that are not made in America? Like
racist or
yeah, it's racist.
That's not the right.
Like you'll
term.
say, I want a Fender, but only if it's made in America.
That's music snob.
Is that a form of racism?
Not racism. Maybe
Can't the Mexicans make just as good of an instrument, or
well, that's the thing.
the
They can,
Polynesians,
for
or
sure.
the Chinese, or the Japanese?
It's an elitist thing, right? You want to impress the kiddos, and you have a Les Paul custom with the Gibson name on the top. Oh my God, you paid $7,000 for that. But I'm really curious to see that El Degas that's coming next week.
Because it's made in the U.S. too, right? It's made here, not made over.
Yeah, but
it's
that's the
us
thing.
versus them a little
They're
bit.
they're charging $7,000 for a Gibson Les Paul custom,
Ugh.
but they're paying their workers $12 to $13 an hour to make them. So yes, it's made in America, but they're taking advantage of their workforce as well. Give those people a raise, Tabak.
Hey, Gibson. I mean, I know you're going out of business, but give them a raise.
Oh yeah.
No wonder you're going out of business.
Like I always watch Glenn Fricker. He's a YouTube channel from Windsor, Ontario. He's got a really big following, and he just reviewed the Dave Mustaine signature V from Gibson.
Was he doing this on the?
Probably.
He's got long hair.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
YouTube? Yeah. Cool guy. I follow
Yeah.
him too. He does gear reviews.
Oh yeah, for sure, and tutorials
Ontario?
and all that good stuff. Eh?
He's Ontarian?
Yeah.
No shit.
From
We should
Windsor.
go record a song there. He's got a studio.
Yeah, absolutely. But he was talking about all the stuff that he got his Gibson Flying V Dave Mustaine signature out of the box, and the action was super high, and there was paint defects, and he paid like $3,000 for this guitar, American, and all the bad stuff that he could talk about. Anyways, check it out on his page there. It's great.
You know what? I used to work at Campbell's Music up in Fort McMurray. Rest in peace, Campbell's Music. Best music store in Fort McMurray that ever existed during the aughts. And we would get Gibsons from the factory. I mean, they smelled the best. I'll give them that.
Oh yeah, they smell like candy when you open them up.
They smell great, but setups, and you would look at the binding, and it was like, you look at the price, you look at the detail on the binding, pick up a quart that's a fraction of the cost, take it out of the box, look at the overall quality, and you go, pick up a Schecter, you go, you pick up a Yamaha, when you're at a store, you get to, and yeah, it's weird, man. R.I.P. Gibson. I mean, you guys are going down like the.
Well, they definitely have a lot of competition in the overseas brands, and people are tuning into the quality control aspect of it too, right? So
yeah, it's important. But I feel, I don't want to, and I'm not a social justice warrior, but I feel some of that is got a little bit of undertone of like low-key racist. Like,
it's not. That's not the right word though.
They
Racist.
can't make
it's not
guitars
racist,
like
it's-
we make guitars. We're like so much better. It's not like overt racism where it's like,
There's
it's
another
more
word
like
for
an
it.
idea of we're better because we make it.
Patriotic
Patriotic is,
is a better word for it. Like it's made in America. We got to buy
Yeah.
American.
and I think patriotism is like pride. It's it's a sin. Because the more proud you are, oh, I'm a Leafs fan. And you're like, oh, fuck that guy. He's a Leafs fan. If I'm just a guy, I'm just a guy. But once you become proud, you can make yourself an opposition to somebody just because you're so proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the guy that's got the perfect grass, and the neighbors walk by and they're like, fuck that guy with his perfect grass. I'm going to make my dog shit on there because, you know. So they say pride is a sin in the Bible. I don't know. I heard it's a pretty good book. I haven't read it in a while, but just a thought. But for endorsements, so out there, we're open. Send us a message. Check us out on Facebook, and we'll take your money or your product. And if you're a startup,
we'll definitely work with you.
So that's about it. That's all I got, Dennis.
Right on. Good show.
It was a little different today. I've had another question, another topic that I really, really wanted to talk about. I had to switch it out for one, so I'll probably next week
2 weeks from now you'll be able to get it.
2 weeks from now, maybe I'll sneak it in onto yours. I'll be like, oh.
Or are we doing the Shootin' the Shit live?
We're gonna try to do a Shoot the Shit live at the Battle of the Bands in Athabasca, the 21st, with the winners. And we're going to probably try to do one in Fort McMurray at Patty McSwiggan's Saturday afternoon before our show.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Because we're going to be there, might as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll get Mike Saunders to come chat with us and talk about music.
Talk about live music.
Or Maxwell Noseworthy, or Jeremy Rice, or Tyson, or Tyler, or Daryl John, or...
For sure.
You know, the Fort Mac crew. So we'll get... we got a couple new subscribers, and we got a comment of the week for you. For last week's show, goes to Richard Nolan. Richard. I think he commented because I had a Delirium shirt on, you know.
There you go.
I appreciate it. He says, I would say a deal is a deal. With a caveat. Ooh, I like that word.
A caveat.
A caveat, hey. I feel like I should...
Caviar.
Yeah, I feel like I need a decanter to say that word. Caveat. Okay, I would say a deal is a deal with a caveat. The deal is off due to certain unforeseen circumstances. For example, you're booked and signed a contract to play a gig or do a job on a certain day. Then you have a death in the family or something comes up and you have to cancel/pull out. I know we're not supposed to discuss comments, but yeah, a deal's a deal, Richard. But thanks for the comment, buddy.
Yeah. I think those situations, it would be rescheduled to a later date, right?
Yeah. So if Buddy with the ice fishing shack called you and said, my grandma died, I can't pick it up.
Pick it up whenever you can.
Picking up after the funeral. Was she helping you load it?
And we got a new subscriber this week. Jade Norman.
Whoop, whoop.
Awesome artist from
Yes.
my hometown, Kapuskasing, Ontario.
Yes.
And you can see here, this is a picture of a drum skin that Fred did.
Yes, with your art.
With
Thank
her
you.
art.
We appreciate it so much.
And here's another picture of another artwork that she did for us, too, as well.
Absolutely beautiful.
She's
we
an
love
amazing artist. Check her out. She does tattoos as well, I believe.
Ooh. Maybe I'll get a tattoo one day, like a real one.
That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe. Probably
Who
not.
knows?
I'm a puss. So that's it for the show. If you stuck it with us, thank you very much. Shooting the shit.
We'll see
We're
you
Fred.
next week.
I'm Fred. He's Dennis.
Dennis.
We're 25 cigarettes.
Peace.
Last words.
Keep your stick on the ice.
Keep your stick on the ice.